Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 40 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of Minecraft 1.21, where between episodes I've been kind of just watching this setup run, and it looks like we're in a pretty good place. This thing is cruising, thanks to the blocks from Zycraft, which are making my trees grow faster. So last episode, we replaced a few blocks in my tree farm with these Zycraft accelerated planters, which are basically making my trees grow quicker. And as a result, we're getting a lot more drops, which, you know, leads to a lot more charcoal. My concern, for a short period of time at least, was that we wouldn't be getting charcoal, or we'd be getting too much charcoal, and we wouldn't be able to keep up. But it's keeping up, but probably just barely. If I put more accelerated planters out there, we'd probably have a problem. The solution to that would be more Shadow Pulse goo. And we could expand, like, if I put one here, then we could have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I could probably even put one here, and I could have 1, 2, 3, and I could move the item collector to be somewhere else, and it would be cool, right? So I could absolutely fit 2 more Shadow Pulse goo into this room, no problemo. And may in the future, we'll see. I have to, and it wouldn't be hard. I would just have to expand, you know, the area of this thing a little bit, which, you know, would be super easy. Wouldn't be hard at all. So that should be an easy expansion to make when and if we need to. However, a problem that I'm having is Sculk is not increasing because I don't have anything automated for it. So I thought today we could look up setting up an automated Sculk farm, and that could be cool. If I grabbed my hoe and popped over to the ancient city and got really sneaky-timey, if we got a Sculk... This guy, right? This is what I want? Sculk Catalyst. Oh boy, I've already activated Mr. Grumpy Pants. Yeah, we're gonna have to, like... I want a couple more of these. Look at my corpses. I don't think there's anything in them. I did do mining between episodes, so that was cool. Sneaky, sneaky. Trying to be sneaky. Should I add some kind of, like, upgrade to my armor that makes it so that you don't trigger this stuff? I feel like that would be OP, right? I feel like that would probably be OP. Do you get Sculk Shriekers from the Catalyst thing? So I did some research into, like, how this works when I was making this mod, because, like, I wanted there to be some kind of, like, a Skulky ancient city related thing. Ooh, teleports from the rodent book. That's cool. So I wanted to, like, make sure I semi-understood how this stuff works, and I think I kind of do. We'll find out some more in a bit, sure. I don't think I've managed to attract Mr. Grumpy yet, but I'm sure at some point he'll show up. I stay up really high, is that cool? Oh, guess who's here? Echo shards, I'll take them. Get me out of here. Don't go through my portal, Mr. Grumpy. Close, portal, close! Thank you. Whew, that was crazy. So, catalysts, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I understand how they work. I think I understand how they work. And you guys aren't spilling, right? There's a little bit of a concern of spillage, but I think we're cool. I don't know why I had those 3 in my inventory, but whatever. So I've got some extra Sculk to hold me over, but I'll hang on to a couple to be safe. I grabbed some extra Sculk Shriekers because I'm going to need them for some of the upgrades I might want to do in the future. Yeah, good times. These guys require what? Okay, sensors. Okay, so not terrible. Ooh, Soul Laser Base. We should look into that Souls mod too at some point for sure. But the Catalyst is what I want, right? And then I'll put away all the other stuff I collected. So my understanding of how this works is when a mob dies near a Sculk Catalyst, it'll convert any Sculk replaceable blocks into Sculk. And that's mostly World Gen type stuff. So like stone, andesite, dirt, grass, that kind of stuff, right? So am I right to think that a cool approach here would be right next to my mob farm, we create a Sculk farm, Does that sound cool? That could be neat. I like the sound of it. Look at all these dudes. My mob farm is doing great, by the way. I think there are some drops that aren't being picked up, specifically these things, because I assume what's happening is because there's already a slot for them, it's not creating a new drawer slot for them. And I assume what's happening is they're just kind of falling on the ground and staying there. But in terms of experience, we're almost at 80 experience levels, which is, you know, pretty awesome. You can control click to extract all of them, and then you can let this dude do its job. Ooh, beautiful experience. I love being over level 100 because it means we're getting close to apotheosis time. But let's set up this today. So let's see. If I grab some bricks, and let's have like a little patch. Is that cool? A little patch. So let's do like, I'm going to start it here. Does a 5x5 sound cool? Or do I want to maybe do... Do I have anything installed here? Lawnmower end hammer? Ooh, I don't feel like upgrading you per se. I'm also curious to see how close this will work. But like, let's start with a 5x5 and see how it goes. So building gadget your way into surface mode. Oh, that's not a building gadget. Into surface mode. Okay. And then let's maybe exchange her. Like that. Because I want to make sure that, like, basically... Get the corners, too. I don't want Sculk spreading outside of this area. And I'm not entirely sure how this works, but we're going to find out. We're going to learn together how this works. Okay? So, if I put dirt in here, can we make, like, a Sculk farm? Is that cool? Or is that not close enough to the... Okay, not what I was going for. I'm actually going to set you to require a redstone signal. So then I could have a lever. Okay, not exactly what I was aiming for. Definitely not where I was going. Well, I guess the good news is it didn't spread outside the room. So that's interesting. So you don't generate the Sculk around the block. You generate the Sculk around the mob death. Okay. Un momento, please. I need to Google a few things. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was, like, not close enough. So what if I instead did this? Right. And put you... I feel like at this point I should probably just do that, right? Is that cool? I think so. And then we broke you and popped the Sculk catalyst there, what would that do? Now, real quick, actually, before we confirm that that's what we want to do, let's make sure that underground here, there's no spreading out of stuff, right? I might even do a little bit of that just to make sure that we're like pretty well covered. Okay. That should be good. Okay. Just trying to be safe here because I don't want this thing to like grow out of control, right? So how do we feel about that now? So let's let this dude run again. Get this guy on. Hey, don't hit me. Now, granted, some of them are dying over there. I'm waiting for somebody to die on the left side of the room. Ooh, was that something? Ooh, I see a soul. Soul icon, good. See the little soul icon? That's a good thing. So that means that the catalyst is working, right? But the problem is it's spawning the Sculk where the experience drops, not where the Sculk catalyst is. That was not something I was prepared for. Interesting. Did not account for that. All right. Definitely back in a minute. All right, now here's a thought. What if I replaced all these blocks with dirt? That could be cool, right? And hopefully you'd be groovy enough not to go all skulky on me. Right? So now we put dirt all in here. Man, that is a lot of Sculk vein. I don't really need you. Right? So forget this. What we have is this. I don't love that it does the whole Sculk vine thing in here, though. Like, that I'm not loving. I'm not loving the Sculk vines. But if we did this, would that work? See what happens. Yep, that's working. Hey, don't hit me. I'm just not liking the Sculk vine thing. But I think I can solve that. Okay. Okay. So we have a thing. We have some semblance of a thing, but I can solve that because I can say break Sculk veins with an advanced breaker, right? So if I got an advanced block breaker, shouldn't be too bad. See, I don't want to pick up. I guess it wouldn't hurt to pick up the Sculk veins. I could. Yeah, I could do that. I could pick up the Sculk veins. I'm okay with that. Yes. So you're done. Cool. Okay. So you have, you know, your clickiness, and let's put you away for a sec. Get out you. We'll get some power cables going. Can I just do that? No. I can do this, though. And that. And now you should be getting power. Cool. All right, so you're going to allow list, filter on block, Sculk veins. Okay. And then for now, I probably want teleport drops, and I definitely want silk touch, right? Because I'm going to need that for the Sculk part of it. So let's get teleport drops going. And I think I'm going to make a new thing for this purpose. A new one of you. Cool. Yeah, it's funny. It is crafting the thing, but like, why does it think it's done already? It doesn't have it as a in progress craft. That's interesting. It's weird. Not quite sure why that is, but no big deal. So I need you, and I need you to have drops teleporter. Did I leave anything here? No. Okay, cool. So I need you to have drops teleporter on the new dude, right? And I need you to get silk touch, which I'm going to go craft in R's world off camera real quick. All right, so let's get you and you done. You're going to be bound here. Okay. So now you're allowed to break this. You're allowed to break this. Filter on blocks. Allow mode on. And then we're basically going to want to paste in. I want to copy you. Paste you. Cool. Seems like it's working. And you know what's probably not working? Is you're not bound. Go. That works. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Haha, that's cool. Is that cool or what? I think that's cool. All right. So then what we could do... Okay. So then what we can do is turn this. We're going to say you go 1Y larger so that you can affect the ground below. And now I want you to break Sculk blocks. Haha! I like that. Okay. 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 Now, you ready for this? We're going to get a placer. Back when auto-crafting is done. Okay. Now the placer can sit here. and get Howard. Whoop. All right, you're going to be allowed to place only on cobblestone blocks, and you're going to place down, and your area of effect will be. I should be able to load this up. Is that cool? And then I can shrink the Y level and move it down this way. And then do that. Okay. So now you're only going to place in this area. Only placing on those blocks. So you ready for this? Cool. Cool. Right? Is that cool? All right. Then, here goes nothing. And by the way, I should be able to move that Sculk dude to, like, the back or somewhere. Somewhere, like, less of a problem. Oh, and I have to turn on the mob killing. See it running? And look, it'll eventually run out of dirt, but, like, that's a problem we can solve. Right? We can solve for that problem. Is that cool? I feel like that's cool. Right? And you're going to void excess, so, like, all the excess stuff here will get voided. But basically, this is like a turn dirt into Sculk machine. I think that's cool. I'm on board with that. The only thing I'd like to be able to do is, like, cancel the Sculk thingy. I assume you don't respond to, like, redstone signals or nothing, right? There's no way you would be that cool to respond to a redstone signal. Do you respond to a redstone signal? No, you don't. I didn't think so. I didn't think so, but it was worth a shot. So we could do like a break and replace kind of mechanic. That would be doable. That would be doable. So what we could do is we could break you when we don't need any more Sculk. I'm bored with that a little bit. Okay, how'd we do? Probably pretty good, right? Yeah, buddy. That is cool. That is, like, super cool? Is that super cool? 'Cause I feel it's pretty cool. Feels pretty cool. I like it. I think that works. I'm trying to think of what the problems are with that, and I can't quite think of any. What I can say is let's get you guys all put back. That seems pretty solid. The only thing I'm going to want is I'd really like... I'd like it if the dirt stayed there, and I could stop the Sculk from spreading. So to do that, we'd have to break and replace the Sculk catalyst based on how much Sculk we have in the drawer, right? So you know what would be cool? I kind of want to do this with a simple machine. So if we had a simple block placer and a simple block breaker, well, simple won't recharge. The Celesta Gem Hoe that we're going to need for this. thinking for a minute. So let's say I had this corner and this corner, and I'm going to break you for a sec, and I'm going to make you stone bricks. Okay. Only so that the placer of dirt won't place on that place, right? Because you're only putting on cobblestone, right? So if I give you dirt, you're going to fill the room, right? And as it sits right now, mobs dying in here do not generate Sculk, right? But then what we're going to have... Oh, you're still... It's cool. Because it's cool. Alright, so then you're going to have a breaker with a Silk Touch hoe. And then you're going to have a placer. And then we're probably going to need a collector. Well, or I could bind you to the breaker, to the placer. That would probably be the easier way. That would be cool. I want another hoe, I think, is the... Yeah, let me make another Celesta Gem hoe real quick off camera. Okay, so new hoe gets Silk Touch. New hoe gets Drop Teleporter. Drop Teleporter gets bound to placer. New hoe goes into Simple Block Breaker. You require a... When you receive a redstone signal, break. When you're not receiving a redstone signal, place. Okay. And then we say... You can stop rendering for a sec. We're going to have laser IO. Here. And here. So on the up, you're going to item card in sensor mode, sense Sculk being at 64. Okay. And when you sense that, I want you to emit on the blue channel, 11. Is that cool? And then we're going to connect you to here, and I want you, for both of these guys, to output a weak signal on blue. So what'll happen is, when we have 64 or more, it'll emit a redstone signal, which will activate the breaker. And when we have 64 or less, it will turn off the redstone signal, enabling the placer. Thoughts? Because to me, that sounds cool. Like if I put this in here, it'll place. Okay, so then we... Lights off. You're on. We're getting stuff. It's doing its job. Right? The only thing we have left to do is make sure that you're automating dirt and stuff. But that's not too big of a problem. We'll have to, like, you know... So then once you hit 64, which we just did, you broke your Sculk Catalyst, and it went into the placer. Cool? Because the redstone signal's on now. So this guy, now he used a little bit of energy, so we're going to have to deal with the energy problem. I might only have to upgrade this to an advanced placer so we can keep the hoe charged, right? But at this point, we're no longer... Is that cool? I feel like that's really cool. I feel like that's really cool. And then... You know, if I came over here and said, hey, give me more of my Sculk back, he places the thing in the corner. See it back there? And now we're going to produce Sculk. Until such point that we get the appropriate amount of Sculk. Right? And then once we surpass 64, he broke the Sculk Catalyst and it's back in the placer. Because it teleported the drop into the placer. It's feeling kind of good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I feel like that was a cool and fun build. I'm really interested to see what you guys think, because I think that's neat. Now, we are going to need a placer here, or we're going to need a storage bus here. So what I might wind up doing is having this guy connected here. So he's going to, because he's not getting a redstone signal right now, by the way, he just placed his Sculk, right? But you can sense on that dude, and then we can find you two, or is that too far? Nope. We'll just get a laser connector under here somewhere. Now he broke his Sculk catalyst. Cool. Kind of pleased with that. I think that's super spiffy. Now, our only problem, obviously, would be potentially running out of dirt. Like, that's absolutely a possibility. I also have to deal with non-stacking drops here, like these things. What I should be doing is having this drops teleporter teleport into a chest that then pipes into this guy. Because there's a lot of stuff that's, like, not fitting into, like... But yeah, we'll deal with that in the future. But for now, like, how cool is this, right? I think it's super cool. Alright, I'm very pleased with this build. I'm very proud of it. I'm hoping you guys also think it's cool. But I'm also going to say it's wrapping up point. So for now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. More fun and automation. Yeah, I thought that was a fun thing to do, right? And now we have basically automated this, right? So we can keep this Sculk in stock and make sure that we always have enough to feed our goo. I'm happy with this because I really wanted to make sure that you could automate all 4 tiers of goo feeding, and you can, right? Because you can do sugarcane or zombie flesh for tier 1. You can do netherwort or blaze for tier 2. And both of these are either mob drops or farmable resources, right? For tier 3, it's chorus or ender pearls. So you can use ender pearl mob drop or chorus as a grow farm thing. And now Sculk is farmable. And I think the other thing you can feed it is the thing that the warden drops. Not sure why you would, but there weren't a lot of drops available from, you know, from that ancient city thing. So for now, wrapping up point, Del20 sign off. Very pleased that that this works the way it does, because it's actually pretty cool, I think. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me set that up, because I'm, as you can tell, pretty proud of it. All right, for now, take it easy.